everyone, this is Monse and I'm just doing another Smashbook Process video, and I am actually going to be documenting a picture that wasn't taken this year, but I didn't have I ran out of my Canon selfie ink cartridge and the paper. So at this point that was on order. I already received it, so I already started to print out some pictures. But anyways, I'm actually using I believe it's the January hip kit, and I used the majority of the paper from this kit. I'm sorry, it's off to the side there, but I put my book on the side and I'm just kind of measuring about how much I want the paper showing. So this is the picture I'm going to be using, and it's of my dog. And I actually realized that I've never actually documented or written down her story about how we got her. She's actually adopted, but don't tell her. I'm just kidding. She we got her because my sister, when she got married, she took our family dog with her, so we were kind of left dogless, and um, we work really closely with one of the rescues, and she was able to find Missy, which was her name, through uh, an older woman who wanted to get her a better home because she couldn't really keep up with Jazz anymore. So that's what we ended up calling her. I'm sorry, Jazz. She came with the name Missy. She was already 4 years old, but we decided to change her name to Jazz. I really didn't like the name Missy, especially not for her. She's really she's really crazy. She's a part border collie, part mini Aussie mix. So she's really hectic. I don't know how else to explain it. She's a really good dog though. So we were really happy to have found her and um actually be able to, take care of her. So she was originally supposed to be my little sister's dog, but my little sister really didn't take to her. I think it was because my little sister wanted a puppy, and Jazz was not a puppy, so she didn't really take to her. I mean, my sister still likes Jazz. I mean, it's not like she doesn't love her, but it's not her dog. It's she's virtually my dog. So I never really wrote that down. I never put it down on paper, and I really wanted to document, my first dog, cuz she is my first dog. Um Basically taking care of a dog. So um I mean, I feed her, I, purchase everything that she needs. So that to me is basically, my first dog. So anyways, I took out, these are the only thing, I think this and a couple other things are not from the kit. These papers, the florals, are actually from my stash. And so is that frame paper. And I really wanted this page to have a lot of layers on it. Um, not, it didn't come out with as many as I wanted. So anyways, I just took out this Simon Says Stamp Favorite Flowers stamp set, and I thought that background needed a little bit more of a little more color. So I took out my distress inks in pink, picked raspberry, spun sugar, broken china, and cracked pistachio. And this is actually meant for flowers, but I thought it would be a good idea to just kind of stamp randomly imperfect circles, because that's what they are. So um, as you can see, they don't stamp very well just because I have a lot of layers and stuff in the back on the back paper. So I just kind of hold it pressed up against the paper from the other side, and that kind of made the impression a little bit better. So I don't think I use No, I do think I used all of them. Never mind, I lied. So, this is actually the broken china, and this is the spun sugar. And I didn't clean off that stamp right after I did the picked raspberry, but I really liked how it turned out anyway. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for that background. And I'm sorry that this video is really long. I don't know why it took me so long. And I tried to reactivate the distressing, but it wasn't moving on this paper. I think it's because it has no texture on it. So when it went down, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, either way, I liked how it turned out. So um, now I'm just going to be working on my title. My title's going to be Nose in the Snow, because she does love the snow. She goes crazy. And let's see. I think this picture was taken in December, if I'm not mistaken. And I had just gotten new snow boots. I had never really had snow boots, not expensive ones anyway. So these, I wanted to kind of document my boots and how much snow we had already gotten. So I went to take a picture of my boots, and Jazz decided to photobomb my picture. So, but I thought this picture was so cute because she's kind of just staring up at me. I don't know what she was waiting for. Maybe she thought I had a treat or something, but I just thought it was really adorable. And then she has a little piece of snow on her nose because she was running through the snow. So, anyways, these are just some chipboard embellishments, chipboard stickers that came in the hip kit. And I actually did the same thing I did last time. I took off the majority of the bulk of the cardboard. That way they won't be so bulky in this journal. So that's why they don't have a sticky back, even though I said they're stickers. They are supposed to be stickers, but they're not. So now I'm just struggling with my glue. I couldn't find a glue that would let out enough glue to actually glue something down. How many times can I say glue in a sentence? So, everything was just giving me trouble. My ATG gun, my glue, and oh, having just a fantastic day. So, yeah, I really love the colors in the hip kit. It's kind of like pinks and aquas, and it's just so cute. I really like it. And this is actually from one of the papers, one of them, what are they called? Manufacturing strips? Is that what it's called? Anyways, I just decided to put it down because I really didn't have a lot of pink going on there after I added all those blue embellishments. So I'm just going to start tacking everything down, all of my embellishments. And I actually do end up working. I wasn't going to end up I wasn't planning on working on the next pocket page on while recording, but I just decided to go with it just because um it's basically I wrote down Jazz's story on one of the papers, and then I put it in the pocket. So it's kind of a brief story, so it's not too long. Um and I also took out this other chipboard piece, and as you saw there, I actually took off the sticky back, and here I'm going to take off the cardboard, the back of it. So that's what I'm going to end up doing, especially with these chipboard pieces, just because they're so thick. And these are enamel dots from My Mind's Eye, and I've had them for such a long time. I kid you not. I thought it was kind of missing something, and for some reason the tag didn't. I guess I didn't finish showing you about the tag, but I just ended up putting some twine on there and just sticking it down. And I'm actually using the gold glitter enamel dots on this side. On the other side, I do end up using um, a lot more other colors. I mean, the black and white. So These chipboard pieces were actually, I believe, from the December hip kit, and I never actually even used them. So I'm just going to tear open that packaging, and this side is going to be fairly simple. What took me the most is writing everything down. So I just took out the best day ever and then the little heart, because it is the best day ever. um, and I was thinking about backing it on something, but because that pocket page is way too colorful, but then I couldn't find anything to match the pocket page. So I just decided to take some acrylic paint here. It's black, and I took some I can't remember what these sponges are called, but they're the ones with, they have like the holes in them, so they don't have like the all around sponge, so they kind of, make this like distressed look. So that's what I decided to go with, and I really liked how that turned out. So I wanted to add a little bit more on to this side of the page, so I tried to use some of those embellishments, and I kind of liked how that looked, but I didn't like how that paper was stark white and then the background was kind of like a gray. So I decided not to go with that either. But I do end up using a little bit of twine. I don't know if it's on this side. Hmm. Um, so here is after I wrote everything down and I had to take up a page and a half of it. So, I had already put some stickers on the top that said Jazz's story, and then that heart. I really like that heart. It's so awesome. Um, then I decide to add this. I believe this is where I decide to add some. No, just kidding. So I take out these brads from my story by My Mind's Eye. These are also in the hip kit, and I really wanted to use that ribbon looking one, but it wouldn't fit on top. It was too long. As you can tell, it would have covered up my letters up there, so I decided not to use it. And I decided to go with this flag one instead. But first, I am going to add like a little tab note, a little tab. I don't know why I said notes. From, I believe it's Seven Gypsies, and I use this pink one, and I just put it right on top. I was thinking about putting it on the other side, but decided not to. So, I just put that down, and then I'm just gonna put down that brad, and I'm just poking it with a sewing pin, which I poked it in the wrong spot, so just poke it again. So, anyways. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, that was my alarm telling me to get up. Anyways, so and then I put some more enamel dots on this side just to kind of join it into the other side. And I think I'm almost done. Almost done, guys. Hang in with me. Hang in there with me. I don't even know what I said. And I decided to tack that down because it was kind of moving around and I didn't want it flopping all over the place and then eventually ripping off, which is probably something that I would do. So I took some of this yellow twine and I'm just going to wrap it around the heart, and I'm also going to wrap it around the best day ever. But I really wanted there to be something else on on that bottom part. So I thought this was a good way to incorporate the twine that I wanted to use. Um, and yeah, I just end up um, putting a piece of washi tape on the back of it, and then I'm just going to glue that down right next to the best day ever. So that's done, and then I think I'm trying to glue stuff down here. Yep, still trying to glue stuff down. Okay, so then I take the best day ever, and I also wrap some twine under the day and on top of the ever, and I just tie a little bow, which took me a little while also because that bow was giving me issues. And I believe that was it. So if you guys have, oh, and I also added some enamel dots on this side, I believe. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. And I will see you guys here shortly. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later.